So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
That's a shade optimistic. And he's there to retrieve it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Caught offside that time. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And it's Salah.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He is just caressing the ball. Griezmann.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Shoots! Oh, off the bar! Hernandez. Griezmann. Looking for a runner. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, terrible pass. The referee's awarded a free kick. Too close for comfort. Can he get it through? Real chance! Goal! Portugal! Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting.
Decent chance! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they're at it again in double quick time. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Portugal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Tries to play it through. Bernardo Silva looking to run onto it. Picked out brilliantly. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, it's fallen loose again. They want to be quick to recover this. Azar.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Mbappe. He has a look up. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Bangladesh really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Bastoni can get it clear. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Bastoni is there to clear. It's a searching pass, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Portugal are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Ronaldo. James gets rid without sophistication. Griezmann has it in a wide position. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Marquinhos.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's fabulous. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Hazard. Lovely, now then. Bebeto! Oh, it rattles the bar. That is a brilliant interception. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Mbappe. And a chance! They've scored! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution for Portugal, number 6, Neymar.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field, number 8, Doku. Number 14, Rafinha. Number 18, Mohamed Salah. Number 15.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every...
Tries a shot! He scores! And there is his 30th goal.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
After 84 minutes is...
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Marquinhos attempts a clearance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Fired deep toward... Big header! He will be livid with himself.
Substitution.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very...
And we're done. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three. He's got exceptional awareness for danger.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So the most significant moment of the game. 1-0, never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's managed to get rid. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Zakaria. He has found the way through. Good read, needed to be.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Zakaria. Oh, that was vital. Kaka. Lookman. He's got away.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Rui Costa looking to penetrate opposition lines. It's Rui Costa!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
He's in a good position here. Palmer. Bebeto. It's a really well-measured ball. Nicely spread. David Villa. Bebeto. And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. And he was alert to it. Cleared without complication. Olise. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that is not the best ball. Bebeto! No mistake! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Guardiola! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Rui Costa proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get
Shapes to shoot! It's in! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be...
And the shot! Oh, taken with style. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian... And Torres! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his... Oh, what a mistake! Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kaka. Bebeto.
Bangladesh really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's there to get it away. Well, they've got it again. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's well spotted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good take in a good area. And he's taking no chances there. Bebeto.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
De Ligt with the clearance. Forward it goes. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hakimi. Guardiola. Kaka. Bebeto. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. And he can clear it away.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Ball's out once more. And that's another throw. And this is Bebeto.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well timed, excellent interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Please make sure.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
There's the start of the second half.
Bangladesh can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Palmer. And it's Palmer. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. He can get that clear. Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, it's Bebeto.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He could be in here. De Ligt gets it clear. And we have our very first corner. Guardiola plays it short. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well read, nice interception. Beckham. Good take. Park Ji-sung! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Kaka can get it clear. And it's Hakimi. And a shot! Decent enough try.
Hakimi usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Shot could be off. There's the shot! He has done it! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
What a throw in. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. It's a throw in. Neymar. Now it's Neymar! And that could have brought them level.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Beckham standing over it. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Palmer receives it in a... And the shot! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Pep Guardiola. Coming on to replace him is number 24.
Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That ball looks a good one. And he's straight offside. That's a sharp pass. Koundé. Now is this the final assault? Mbappe! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Palmer. And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen.
The end of the game. Reflections?
What a game. What a show of character.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, we're about to watch a terrific defender in Carlos Puyol. He'll lead by example and continually organise. His appetite and attitude to the game is absolutely fabulous. There's an awful lot to enjoy about his play.
And he exudes charisma.
He does, and I just love his leadership.
Shot at goal! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Kokchu. Might be dangerous. It's Roll! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted. with such a response.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Chance, surely! It's in! And they get themselves in front! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Mbappe is onto this. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Bebeto. Now it's Mbappe. Azar. James. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Azar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. He's found a way through. Is there any support? He might not need it. Kaka. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Van Basten. Kaka. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Palmer. Now it's Bebeto. No, it's come to nothing. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Raul.
That was lovely, that.
Raul plays it in. And it's hoisted clear. And he's only too happy to take that back. Puyol. It's Van Dijk. And here's Raul. Knocks it into space. Shot, chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Bebeto. And the referee brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. Up he goes! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Raul. And this is Van Basten. Oh, Hazard! Glorious from Hazard! About as smooth as it gets. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Searching pass he's played there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He can get that clear. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Plays it through, and he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. He is through here. Can he finish? Tries to get it clear. No, that's been intercepted. And this is Van Basten. It's Asa! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution for Japan. Number 9. Fernando
So time for
Torres.
change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Puyol kept his eye on it, and he's there. He shifted it to the flank. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Japan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Mbappe. Good ball over the top. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka. And this is Bebeto. Bebeto has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Substitution for Japan. Number 7. Raul.
Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area.
Coming on the field.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable. This could depend on the amount of power.
Number 21. Robert Lewandowski. Substitution in progress.
David Villa! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, easy pickings there. Kukchu. He's picked his way through. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And this is Bebeto. And that will be it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Kaka picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
To the staff room immediately.
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So, it's away we go then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Can he finish? It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's a searching pass. Well timed, excellent interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Raul. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bebeto. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get it through? Beckenbauer did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Lovely pass, but can he get there? James gets it clear. Oh, that was vital. Haaland. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Bebeto. Cleared without complication. Moved on forwards. Nicely weighted ball. Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that. Quality ball. And that should get the job done. Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Belletti.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Rijkaard. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Now this could be a chance. Haaland! It's bounced back off the post. It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And he shoots! Another save.
Rijkaard really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Aimed beyond the defence. Searching pass he's played there. And reclaimed it in a trice. Looking for the run. That's good vision. They're urging him to shoot. And he's really put himself on the line here. This their second corner of the game. Deftly away. Haaland. That's a shade optimistic. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that has put paid to that. Haaland. Ajax are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
Now that looks a decent ball. Haaland! Cleared without complication.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Always onto this. Now it's Haaland. And he's lost his man here. Well, there's the clearance. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Bebeto is in a really good position out wide. Danielson is flagged offside. Haaland had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
It's a promising position. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Haaland! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he has kept it out somehow.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Ajax with the corner, there first. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Marquinhos makes the interception. Danielson. Haaland tries a shot! Maradona. It's Maradona! He's missed, but not by that far. Maradona. Maradona! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. He's got tall. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Looking to play him in. Now it's Haaland. Great vision. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. That is good alertness.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
There's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Bangladesh really have looked a bit disjointed to me. Their passing has let them down in key moments, but that's also due for the need of better movement to create more options in The danger area is something the manager, I think, has to stress to them now.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're just shapes to shoot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And this is Maradona. Palmer. Here's Haaland.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Guti. That's good running with the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Mbappe. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Bebeto. Plenty to aim at here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good ball out wide. And he was quick to react. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Oh, shooting chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution in progress.
And here's Haaland. Guti gets good distance on it. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. That's an imaginative pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's hoisted clear. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. And he's got the... And Bebeto! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Guardiola goes... Haaland! And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Now it's Haaland. Bebeto. He's through. Now is he in? Real chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And a chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Deep into stoppage time. Oh, that's a key interception. So that's it, it is all over. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish you all a very good Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. OK, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Now it's Bebeto.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he's gone looking for safety. Bebeto. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Mbappe.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bebeto ploughing through the middle. David Villa pinches it off him.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to...
Cristiano Ronaldo! In for the pieces! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Bebeto, can he get onto this? And he was alert to it. And we have our very first corner. Kaká! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Messi. Kaká. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Now it's Neymar. Look at the space. And a chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Bangladesh really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
And we are back on the way.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Mbappe clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
No way through there. Now, can they get him away? Bebeto.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. An uncompromising challenge. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Bebeto. Gattuso, not the most accurate pass. Oh, good take in a good area. Lovely pass, but can he get there? No, not quite on the same wavelength. James gets it clear. Gattuso. Guardiola. Shot could be on. He's going for goal! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Palmer. Coming on the field is
And it's Guardiola. Van Dijk getting this one clear. The ball has bounced loose now. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be...
And that is that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
He's having a shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, it's played into the area.
That's good defensive concentration.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Good ball, good take. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Done delicately. Always onto this. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Beckenbauer picks it up from the goal kick. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Villa. Kaká.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Bebeto really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. David Villa. Bebeto. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Villa. David Villa is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Serginho. Spread out to the left. He is through here! And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. That's great positioning, so good from him.
James.
1 minute added time.
Now it's Haaland. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Leading 1-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
It's Perez! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. There was to be only one outcome.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
That's a cute ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, this looks sharp. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And no, that was never going to make it. Lahm cuts out the pass. Tries to play it through. That ball looks a good one. Donnarumma claims comfortably. And here's Haaland. Just about within shooting range. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's an imaginative pass. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Not the most convincing of passes. David Villa. And that's really well manoeuvred. This looks promising. Haaland was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. And it's been played through. And that's another good win of the ball. It could be... Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Number 21, Bellingham. Substitutions.
Bangladesh can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Marquinhos calmly anticipates. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. That's gone for a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Reece James. Number 9, Pep Guardiola. Coming on the field.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Bebeto taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Bangladesh definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle. Something they jumped onto nice and early and continuously exploited.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. Norway have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Norway clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Guardiola promptly onto that, and that is that.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
He's had a shot! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Norway with the corner, they're first. Right card! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka conjures time and space where few can. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that is a little undercooked. Bebeto. Bebeto. Bebeto! It's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
After 29 minutes is number 11.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Bebeto. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Luis Suarez! Danger averted for now. And here's Suarez. Palmer. Haaland. Now it's Palmer. Now it's Haaland. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Suarez. Fallen! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Figo delivers. Cleared without hesitation. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Norway, number 23, Diego Forlan. Number
So off we
18,
go once more.
coming on the field, number
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Number 4, Guti.
Well timed, excellent interception. Thuram. Thuram carries the ball down the right. And here's Haaland.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And they've got rid. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. Courtois deals with that, nice and simple. And he's intervened well there. And it's Guti. And he welcomes it in. And he's certainly onside here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest...
And the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, it's Bebeto. And no, that was never going to make it. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Knocks it into space. Lovely ball and a decent chance! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Norway on the spot for parity. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Norway grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Pings in across. They've won a corner.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well timed, excellent interception. Bellingham. Oh, this is a very good run. Good ball, good take. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Figo. He's found a way through. David Villa.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitutions taking place.
Desperate defending required here. And that has been knocked clear. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
That is ended up in no man's land. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Could try cutting inside here. Hazard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe, and he's picked out the run. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! It's there! The breakthrough strike! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool. Finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Koundé. Ambitious ball here. And he cuts out the supply. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Now it's Mbappe, looking for the run. Now this could be a chance. Palmer unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Liverpool are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
He's shifting through the gears here. And there's green grass ahead of him. Udogi.
Bangladesh can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Another throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Pass somewhat off target. Palmer tries making a foray down the right. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. And it's Hazard.
There will be 1 minute.
No foul, says the referee. Mbappe. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
You do have a chance today.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So off we go once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now a shot, surely! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big...
Mbappe! No mistake! And they've got their lead back. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Now it's Bebeto. Crunching tackle. Now it's Mbappe. And the through ball. Guardiola gets across to intercept that. Hazard. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Camavinga threads one in. That pass has been well intercepted. Can he get it through? Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Bebeto. Mbappe looking to add to his goal. This looks promising. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Bangladesh clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Hazard. And here's Hazard. Koundé tries to clear. Hazard. And here's Mbappe. Chance for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Substitution
So,
on the
time for
field.
changes on
Number
both sides,
10,
actually.
Eduardo Camavinga. Number 24, Service. Number 21, number 19,
And it's Alexander-Arnold.
number 22.
Just 5 minutes left.
Coming on the field, number
Now it's
8,
Hazard. He's picked his way through.
number
Van
25,
Nistelrooy.
Ekitike.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Number 4, Wilson. Number 18, Alexander-Arnold. Substitutions taking place. Substitution in progress.
Beckham. Now it's Kane.
Minutes has been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Oh, super ball. And a chance! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's it. It is all over. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
He does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
Now the ball's gone astray. Bebeto. Great vision. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Mbappe. Looking for the run. Now it's Bebeto. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
David, and the finish! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
It's out for a goal kick. Beckham gathers from the goal kick. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's a great ball. And a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Villa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. James tries to clear. Contact, what a fabulous strike.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily...
And the shot! It's in! And the comeback is complete! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Adams is there to clear. No, that's been intercepted. Pedri.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Tries to pass it through. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Beckham. Now it's Villa. The ball has bounced loose now. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Mbappe. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. And the pass is intercepted. James. Adams gets across to intercept that. Khan gets it away. Bebeto. Kaká. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Tries to get it clear. Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's put paid to a promising move. Passes short and sharp. Oh, it's Bebeto. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, right place, right time. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Beckham. He's in space and looking for options.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get him away? I have to say, that was an exemplary... Shapes to shoot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Number 9.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Number 21. Bellingham.
Oh, it's Bebeto.
Beckham.
Brilliantly cut out. It's a pretty loose pass.
There will be 3 minutes.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Hazard. Crunching tackle. Mohamed Salah. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's...
Tries a shot! Beckham. Now it's Asa!
Bangladesh definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Now it's Bebeto. And he's running through. Is there any... Bebeto! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Chance here to counter. Roll, going full tilt down the right-hand side. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around. Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Robertson cuts out the pass. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And a chance! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition.
Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Rui Costa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Great vision. This looks promising. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's played in low. Van Dijk gets it clear. Now it's Raul. Guardiola simply refused to be outdone there. And it's Rui Costa. Deftly away. Belletti. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, this looks sharp. Roll in acres of space out wide. Raul. Oh, nice touch. And the shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Well read, nice interception. And they've got rid. That'll be a throw. In with the challenge. And he's managed to get free. And the keeper's there to save. That's going to go a long way. Ball's gone out of play. Beckham. Now the ball's gone astray. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's managed to gift it back, pinged towards the front line. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe. Oh, beautifully shaped ball.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
No, again, there's no way through. Now that looks a decent ball. A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. And that's gone loose. Looking to play him in. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Strong running down that left flank. Bellingham goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Bellingham with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's...
It's Azar! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And he's intervened well there. Haaland. And this is Batistuta. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Haaland. Hazard. That is good strength. Shapes to shoot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Hazard. Still goalless at the moment. And no, that was never going to make it. Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Gremio look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Haaland. Now it's Hazard. Tries to play it through. Now this could be a chance. Haaland! Goal! Gremio!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well measured. So much time and space here. Well, there's the clearance. Haaland. Now it's Raul. Kaka. To Hazard. Bebeto. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Mbappe.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Courtois clears. Gremio have it back and can go again. Now it's Mbappe. And they're quick to get it back. And this is Bebeto. That's a little off target.
1 minute added time.
And here's Hazard. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitution.
And the second half gets underway.
Bangladesh can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Guardiola. And this is Bebeto.
Bebeto really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Haaland. And he's managed to get... And the shot! And he can clear it away.
Substitution for Grevio, number 23, Batistuta. Coming on to replace him is number 10.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Shevchenko.
Raul, pass somewhat off target. And here's Haaland.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Might be... And he shoots! They've scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest.
He's tried one! Straight at the keeper.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen. Bebeto really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that has been clubbed away. Kaká. Azar. Great vision. And this is Bebeto.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism.
And this is Shevchenko. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And he's there to belt it away. And here's Haaland. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Raul fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
The final 5 minutes. Quality ball. Now it's Haaland. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
3 minutes added time.
And he welcomes it in. Now it's Shevchenko. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.